No. This only concerns Kung Fu. We have to do this alone. But thanks. We're grateful.
I'd rather not get rough.
Just you try it.
Hold up. You think you know all about the Kung Fu Queen, Mao Ying? The fierce fighter who broke bones and hearts on screen? Well, sit tight, because there's more to her story than flying kicks and epic showdowns. How about some spicy behind-the-scenes drama? From sudden fame to deep family secrets, clashes with co-stars, and disappearing from the limelight, Mao's life has been one wild ride. Born on September 20th, 1950 in Taiwan, Mao Ying's story begins far away from the bright lights of showbiz. Her birth name was Mao Jing, and she was born into a family deeply rooted in traditional Chinese opera, which was a huge influence on her early life. The combination of discipline, physical training, and the theatrical arts made a strong impact on young Angela. But little did anyone know that this petite, graceful girl was destined to be one of the toughest martial arts icons of the 70s. Growing up in a traditional household, Angela wasn't exactly handed opportunities. No, she had to earn her spot, and earn it she did, through sheer grit and determination. By the time she was a teenager, Angela was enrolled in the prestigious Fu Sheng Drama School, where she specialized in Peking drama and martial arts. Disciplines that would later give her the skills to dominate the action scenes on screen. She wasn't just good, she was a natural, and her beauty didn't hurt either. It didn't take long for the film industry to come knocking, especially when Golden Harvest, the biggest film production company of the time, took notice. Her first major break came in 1972 when she starred in Hapkido, a film that showcased her powerful martial arts prowess. The movie was a massive hit, launching Angela into the spotlight. Soon, she was being dubbed Lady Kung Fu, and fans couldn't get enough of her. Angela Mao's success didn't stop at Hapkido. Her star quickly rose in the action movie scene, making her one of the few female martial artists to stand shoulder to shoulder with male counterparts like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. She wasn't just the damsel in distress or the pretty love interest. She was the one dealing the blows. In an era when women in action films were few and far between, Angela smashed through that glass ceiling, quite literally. One of her most iconic roles was as Bruce Lee's sister in Enter the Dragon, 1973. Even though her screen time was brief, her performance was unforgettable, and her fight scenes were some of the film's most celebrated. She continued to star in hit after hit, like Lady Whirlwind, 1972, The Fate of Li Kang, 1973, and The Tournament, 1974. She became synonymous with tough-as-nails female characters, and fans adored her. Mao's dedication to martial arts was unparalleled. Unlike some actors who used doubles or carefully choreographed fight scenes to make themselves look good, Angela trained relentlessly and performed most of her stunts herself. She was a real-life martial artist, trained in Taekwondo, Hapkido, and various forms of Kung Fu. This authenticity translated to her on-screen presence, where you could feel every punch, kick, and throw. By the late 1970s, Angela had appeared in dozens of martial arts films and earned a reputation as one of the genre's most talented performers. She was a trailblazer, and her influence opened the door for future generations of female action stars. But as her career skyrocketed, her personal life began to take some hits. The fame isn't all glitz and glamour, right? Behind the tough exterior, Angela's life was far from perfect. There were whispers about tension between her and certain co-stars, including some of the biggest names in the business. Rumor has it that she didn't always get along with the legendary Bruce Lee. While their on-screen chemistry in Enter the Dragon was electric, off-screen it was a different story. Sources close to the set say that there were clashes over the choreography of their fight scenes. Angela, being a martial artist in her own right, wasn't about to back down when it came to how her character should fight. Bruce, on the other hand, had his own vision for how the scenes should unfold. The result? Let's just say there were more than just a few tense moments on set. It wasn't just Bruce, though. Some of Angela's co-stars accused her of being too serious or difficult to work with. In an industry dominated by men, Angela probably had to fight harder to earn respect. She wasn't about to let anyone take advantage of her or undermine her abilities. Still, whispers of a diva behavior began to circulate, though none of these rumors were ever confirmed. But the real drama wasn't with her co-stars, it was closer to home. Angela's family life was far from peaceful. In the early 80s, her personal life took a dark turn when her brother was involved in some shady business dealings. There were allegations that he had ties to criminal organizations, and some reports suggested that Angela had to step in to protect him. While these rumors never led to any legal trouble for Angela herself, the scandal left a mark on her reputation. By the mid-80s, just when it seemed like Angela Mao was unstoppable, she suddenly vanished from the film industry. Fans were left scratching their heads. What happened to the Queen of Kung Fu? It turns out, Angela had decided to step away from the limelight to focus on her family. She married and moved to the United States, where she raised her children away from the pressures of the entertainment world. The decision shocked many of her fans, who were still hungry for more of her films. But Angela seemed content with her choice, focusing on her new life as a wife and mother. Still, her departure didn't come without some controversy. There were whispers that she had clashed with Golden Harvest, the studio that had catapulted her to fame. Some insiders claimed that Angela felt she wasn't being paid what she deserved, while others suggested that the studio wanted her to take on roles that she wasn't comfortable with. Whatever the truth was, Angela walked away and never looked back. Angela's post-Hollywood life wasn't entirely free of drama. In 1993, tragedy struck when her father passed away. The two had been incredibly close, and his death hit Angela hard. Around the same time, there were rumors that her marriage was on the rocks. Some tabloids even reported that her husband had been involved in some financial scandals. Though none of these stories were ever confirmed, they cast a shadow over Angela's otherwise quiet life. In 2012, another scandal surfaced when a former business partner accused Angela of backing out of a restaurant deal. The lawsuit made headlines, though Angela managed to settle the dispute quietly. Still, it wasn't the kind of attention she wanted after years of trying to stay out of the spotlight. So, where is Angela Mao today? At 74 years old, she's still living in New York, where she runs a successful chain of restaurants with her family. She's kept a low profile over the years, but fans haven't forgotten her. In fact, many still regard her as one of the most iconic female action stars of all time. Her net worth is estimated to be around $10 million, thanks to her successful film career and savvy business ventures. While she's long since retired from acting, Angela occasionally makes appearances at martial arts conventions and film retrospectives, where she's celebrated by a new generation of fans. And as for any new projects, don't hold your breath. Angela seems perfectly content with her quiet life away from the spotlight. She's earned her peace after years of being in the public eye, and she's happy to let her legacy speak for itself. Angela Mao Ying may have hung up her martial arts gear, but her influence is still felt today. She broke barriers for women in action films and paved the way for stars like Michelle Yeoh and Zhang Ziyi. She fought both on and off screen for her place in a male-dominated industry and left a mark that will be remembered for generations. So, was she just as fierce off-screen as she was in her films? You bet. Whether it was facing down co-stars, protecting her family, or walking away from fame on her own terms, Angela Mao Ying proved time and again that she was a force to be reckoned with. And that, my friends, is how a real Kung Fu queen lives her life, with grit, grace, and a few surprises along the way.